Hey everybody, Austin Hill Shaw here, founder of Creativity Matters and author of The Shoreline of Wonder on Being Creative. This is our last segment here, our last segment in this 8-week journey on the relationship essentially between creativity in the workplace. And we've gone on a big journey. We've explored how creativity relates to survival, to growth, to innovation, to collaboration, to leadership, to meaning. And now we're about to look at legacy, the connection between creativity and legacy. Creativity and legacy. And there are two aspects, three ways we can start to think about the relationship of creativity and legacy within an organization. I think the first way of thinking about it, which is the more common way of thinking about legacy, is again, all that an organization produces and products, services, and ways of being that change the world at a cultural level, at a societal level, at a technological level, and of course, gain revenue for the organization so that the organization can continue to survive, whether it's a for-profit business or whether it's a non-profit business. All organizations, like living forms, have to figure out ways in which they survive based on their particular parameters. So that's a legacy that's offered out into the world, right? But there's another sort of legacy internally, which I think is equally, if not more important. And that is the culture, the world that gets created inside the company itself. The culture that affects the lives of each and every person who works there. I was recently talking with a CEO not long ago about the fallacy of the work-life balance. And I realized that people are trying to balance out the sense of like, there's a lot of people that are overworked out in the world that work too much. You know, we hear about things such as workaholism, people who are unwilling to stop working because they don't actually know how to relax. They don't have the passive aspect of creativity wired. And so they try to figure out, hey, how can I balance my work with the rest of my life, my personal and my professional life? And I agree that it's good to have balance in your life between your personal life and your professional life. And at the same time, I think that there's a false boundary between our personal life and our professional life. Because in any situation in our personal life and in professional life, we're bringing ourselves to those situations. And some organizations forbid us from bringing all of ourselves. Some of us encourage us. But often there's this artificial boundary between, again, who we are as living, breathing, sentient beings in the home versus on vacation versus work. And I believe that that's a problem. Because I think that since so many of us spend the majority of our working hours at work, or our waking hours at work, I believe that it is important for us to have ways by which we can grow not only professionally, but personally within the work environment. So when I think of the internal expression of legacy, I love to think about the policies and the culture that's in place that are designed to enrich the individuals and the teams and the groups of people there while they're bringing new products, services, and ways of being into the world. And one of the ways that I look at creativity, the highest expression that I see of creativity, like if we have creativity, the individual, and then groups of people working together to create innovation, there's even another level which can play out both with individuals and the collective, and that is healing. Healing. There are so many things that have happened in the course of history that have been painful for human beings, that have been destructive to ourselves and to the environment, that have caused all sorts of different problems and created traumas and ways in the viewing the world that are reduced from the way that we could actually experience it. There are groups of people that have been castigated. There have been people who have been locked up. There have been genocides. There have been all sorts of ways in which humans have mistreated humans. And again, I don't blame anybody for this. We are in a constant state of evolution. But what can we do right now within this day and age in order to create policies by which people can start to bring all of themselves, including those hurt parts of themselves, and work through those within the context of their professional lives? To me, that is a really interesting idea. And so while companies are bringing things out in the world, new products, new services, and new ways of being externally, what about the legacy of caring for people in such a way within the organization that there's a profound sense of healing that happens amongst individuals and groups of people within that organization, and that becomes infused into the products that are being offered out to the people in the world? So as human beings, each and every one of us has a story to tell. Not only that, we've had stories that have been handed down to us through our maternal lineages, through our paternal lineages, from our ancestors, through the cultures. Some of the stories are really helpful and inspiring and help us move forward and grow, and some of them are limiting. And as we move forward, both in our personal lives and our professional lives, I believe it is important so that we can leave a legacy for our children, not necessarily in the products and services that are out there, but our intention and our way of doing things that is here to reestablish wholeness, both in the human realm, but also out in the natural world, in the biosphere. I mean, even to separate those things, to see them as separate, is actually a fallacy. The more that we can bring a sense of change, interdependence, and mystery into anything that we do within our professional lives and our personal lives, the more that we are going to be successful in our lives, and the more that we're going to enrich our own lives and find fulfillment, as well as enriching the lives of those around us. And I think that's what truly legacy, if we get to the heart of what legacy it is, it's not about having a big plaque out there somewhere in the world, right, that says, hey, so-and-so did this in this amount of time. It's more so the quality of attentiveness that we bring to this moment, that we share with our coworkers, that we share with our loved ones, and that we share that intention through creativity that we put into the things that we're offering to the world. And that sense of connection, that sense of connectedness is what's going to be most impactful for your organization's success, both in the short term and in the long haul. What sort of legacy do you want to leave out towards the world externally, but also what sort of lives do you want to have transformed within your organization? Imagine people coming into your organization with a problem or a challenge or feeling broken, and you're the sort of organization that can say, hey, I see that you have this ability to do this. Come on, I'm going to put you in this position. I know you can do it. And watch them thrive. Watch them thrive. And not only that, not only watch the individuals thrive, but watch the whole culture lift itself up as a profound expression of our humanity, Anyways, I know that's a bit of a tall order there, but you as a creator can do it. You have everything you need to connect with the world and affect it in a meaningful way. All you have to do right now is to put it to use. And if I can be of service in any way, I would love to do that. I give keynotes, I give trainings, I have online courses. We can get combinations of all of those. Whatever's best for your organization, I would love to have the opportunity to intersect with you. So once again, for the last time, this has been Austin Hill Shaw, founder of Creativity Matters and author of The Shoreline of Wonder on Being Creative, reminding you to connect deeply, to make a difference, and to inspire creativity in others. Thank you so much for joining me.